let's get it going real quick. All right, 1 second here. Hold on, I got to do a couple more. I'm gonna do a couple more things too. I'm still on here. I'm gonna do a video real quick. So I'm coming to you live, and let me just set everything up here. Do it correctly. Hold on. I'm still here, guys. I'm just trying to one more thing, and I'm just gonna be. I'll be on. All right, here we go. So the X-Men's come to you live. It's a Saturday morning this time, not a Sunday. Yeah, although tomorrow I'll be on too. But I'm getting a little feed here because I just had gotten word, and I'm actually got time to get on here now that Kirk Cousins, the illustrious Kirk Cousins, is now going to get released by the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to start with this starting point here because, again, it started with Daniel Jones earlier this year too with a $20 million buyout. And I say this with conviction, and I say this with the most utmost respect, that the NFL needs to stop overpaying quarterbacks, stop overpaying Tua, guys like Tua. I mean, as much as people are going to say it, they're overpaying Jalen Hurts too, and I know people are going to hate that, but you know, um, he's not a $50 million guy. Daniel Jones isn't. Kirk Cousins isn't. Josh Allen is. There's really not too many that should be getting 50 million. Honestly, I'd say Josh Allen's probably one of them. But at the end of the day, you really should be paying in other positions. I just don't understand this 50-something million quarterback bullshit. It's just there's no laws to these things, and the NFL really lets this happen. They make it become a money game. It's a power money game with these guys. There's guys on defensive ends like corners and the defensive ends. Those guys should be getting some kind of money. And you guys get guys like Kirk Cousins, who's never beaten any winning teams ever in his entire life. He's never beat anybody, right? And you're paying him like $50 million, and now you're going to release him, and then what's he going to do? Where's he going to go? To like the Commanders or something as backup? Try to get in the playoffs and win a super team ring um, by the Chiefs as a third stringer. Who knows what they, you know? This is all part of the NFL makeup, just to get rid of money, I guess. I mean, there's people in this world that could use money. You don't have to overpay a quarterback to do that. But even though, with that said, um, again, another terrible thing, and not even that, he's been horrible. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons play I think the Falcons play what, the Giants? I wouldn't even be shocked if the Giants beat them tomorrow. Because Michael Penix is going to go out there as a rookie. What's he going to do? Although I shouldn't say that either, because the Giants are just horrendous right now too. I mean, they're rough. They're the worst team in the NFL, and I don't know if it's all DeBoll. A lot of people are saying it, but he lost the team in the beginning of the season, and John Mara did nothing for him. John Mara did nothing for him. He's done nothing for the Giants. John Mara has done nothing for the Giants. All he's basically done is he has continued to fail the New York Giants as an organization. And the fans the fans shouldn't even pay to go into the stands until he puts a winning franchise out there. You paid $40 million for a quarterback. I mean, I don't know. Wasn't good, but probably could have peaked if he had a team. Maybe been solid backup. But definitely shouldn't have been a starter. Definitely shouldn't have been in control of that. But either or, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the Falcons and the Giants, both teams of disarray, will be tomorrow. Now, today you got two games, so I could actually do this in a section because I know today we got two NFL games. If I can find them. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. I gotta find them. I was just looking at it. I mean, I don't understand why I was just looking at it. There we go. Click that. There we go. All right. So, yes, today is. There is some NFL games on today. And one of the games, the early game, is the Texans, the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, we already know the refs are going to get involved in the Chiefs games. I love how they get the Chiefs games in there early so that the Chiefs have more rest. It doesn't seem like the NFL setting it up for the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl, is it? Or is it? Or is it a script? Now, the Houston Texans, I'm not sure what's going to really happen here, but I think possibly the Houston Texans might be able to possibly pull it off, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, the only person that they really lost was Stephon Diggs. So I mean, I wouldn't even be honestly shocked. If the what's the under 41? I would maybe take the under. Maybe takes the Texans with the points possibly in this Saturday matinee. It would be beneficial for the Texans because I think they need to get another couple wins, maybe to get a home game possibly. Um, well, we'll see. It's 42 and a half now. So it's all AFC teams today too. But the Houston Texans at 9-5 really need this victory today. Actually, both of these teams are very good. These are really good games, both of them actually. So the Houston Texans sitting there at 9-5. And Nico Collins has played pretty good most of the time, and then Joe Mixon has played great as a running back. Last couple of weeks he's been a little quiet, but maybe the Houston Texans get a chance to win this game, hopefully. But I don't know. The Kansas City refs, they just come out and they're just paying somebody. I don't know what they're paying or who they're paying, but they're definitely paying people off. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, so the Steelers and the Ravens after that. That's the big game. This is a tough one. It's -7, but I kind of want to take Pittsburgh +7, but the Ravens to win, if that makes any sense. I think the Ravens are going to win the game. I think this is one, or now it's at 6.5. Or is it? The open is 6.5. The spread's 7. But I would probably take the Steelers +7 in this game. Russell Wilson hasn't played that bad. The Steelers looked lackluster against the Eagles last week. They didn't really have their best receiver. They get George Pickens back today. I'm wondering if George Pickens sat out last week because he was scared of the Eagles' defense. I'm starting to wonder. Some of these receivers, they find mystery injuries against good defenses. And I think that's probably what happened last week because I can't, for the love of God, figure out why Pickens didn't play last week. They're saying it was an injury, but then he's ready to go today in an early game. I'm just really having a hard time with that George Pickens guy. I'm wondering if he was scared of the Eagle defense. But no, we're not going to really ever know that. Russell Wilson, in the short period that's been in there, he's almost got 2,000 yards passed and 13 TDs and 3 picks. He's having a pretty good year for the Steelers. I mean, it's going to be a pretty decent game. Lamar Jackson is right there, too. I mean, you know what? I know Josh Allen, they're going to say, is a clear-cut favorite, but I wouldn't even, Lamar's stats are not bad either. I mean, he's only thrown 3 picks and 34 touchdown passes. I didn't realize that until I just looked at that. 35-80 already. I mean, I think the Ravens are going to win this football game. I think it's going to be a little close. I would still take the Steelers +7 as a security blanket. If I was going to go on the spread and the over-under, I would probably maybe go over in this one, only because I know Lamar Jackson can really light the scoreboard up when he wants to. And I think the Ravens need this win. I think this is going to make it very interesting. And we'll see where it goes today. It's probably going to be pretty cold out there in Baltimore. Zay Flowers might have a breakout game today. I wouldn't be shocked if Zay Flowers went out and had a really, really good game today. I think Pickens and Zay Flowers might both have good games today. So we'll see what happens. But as I alluded to earlier about the, overpaying of the quarterbacks, the NFL has to start. I mean, teams just have to stop pulling into this narrative that pay guys like Kirk Cousins $50 million a year. It's ridiculous. And Daniel Jones, it's ridiculous. And even Tua. I mean, come on. And then, what's his name in Jacksonville? Yeah, I forget his name already. I'll find his name. Somebody could tell me about it if they don't want to. I forget his name. See, Jacksonville Jaguars. I forget his name already, man. I don't remember his name. No, and they don't even have. They overpaid him too. Trevor Lawrence. That's it. Yeah, I mean they overpaid Trevor Lawrence 52 million too. You've got Mac. If Mac Jones replaces you at quarterback, then your 52 million is invalid, which tells me that they might try to part ways with him at some point too. But again, overpaying quarterbacks is a huge thing in this game. Like today, in this era today, it's just a huge game of just overpaying, and there's no real honest reason to do that. Either or, you know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. Maybe I'll do a NFL recap at the end of the night later on. But just remember, guys like Kirk Cousins do not deserve that kind of money. He's never had a winning record against teams. Trevor Lawrence is not good. Tua is not good. Well, Tua is okay now, but they're not making the playoffs, so he's going to get hurt. You can't pay a guy that money and expect that to not be a bad deal. And then Daniel Jones, obviously, with the Vikings. So anyway, I don't know. That's what I have to say. I'm gonna get off, and I'll get back on here maybe later tonight when I get back from everything I got to do today. X-Men out for now.